We've decided to sell our land, not our dream property, don't worry, but the very first lot that we bought here in the Smoky Mountains.
Today I am at our Deep Creek property, which you can see is insanely overgrown. We actually bought this property before we bought the property that we're at now. We thought this was gonna be the spot for us, but as we found out, it just wasn't gonna work out for us on multiple fronts.
And you start really looking at where you can technically build, and it shrinks a lot.
It's less than perfect.
So this little lot that once felt like our first big step forward quickly became a dead end.
So I've been holding on to this lot in the hopes that we could eventually develop a short-term rental here. But long story short, I've been running the numbers over and over again, and financially, I just don't think that we can hold on to this property long enough.
And now on top of that, it's been sitting untouched for months, so it's completely overgrown. It's full of bugs, and it's gonna be a huge job just to make it sellable.
The last chance that we're gonna get someone to buy this lot this year is gonna be when the fall comes, when all of the leaves change. There's a lot of tourists in town, and there's a lot of like buying activity. I just breathed in a bug.
So this week, I'm stuck spending days battling through overgrowth to pay for a decision that we rushed into.
Wow, this is sketchy.
But as painful as that is, this mistake might turn out to be essential on our journey to building our dream mountain home. And a huge thanks to Incogni for sponsoring this episode.
So today I am clearing this lot. And a huge thanks to my buddy Craig, who lent me some of his commercial grade landscaping equipment. Let's rock and roll, baby.
The truth is, buying this lot was a mistake. Honestly, we rushed into it because we make a living making YouTube videos. And I felt like after months of searching, we just had to start showing progress and begin the project. At the time, this was the only piece of land that seemed like it would work for us. But looking back, we should have just done whatever it took to be more patient and wait for the right property to come along. Instead, we jumped in too fast, and now we're stuck dealing with the consequences.
All right, so the weed whacker is working really well, but it's time for me to try cool tool number 2. And it is some kind of a hedge trimmer, I think is what you call it. I actually don't know, but you can adjust the angle of this blade. And it's just got like reciprocating teeth on it. So I'm gonna use this for some of the bigger stuff, hopefully. Yeah, baby, check this out. That freaking tool is awesome, man. That took me 20 minutes. So seeing as how we're doing a bit of triage here, right? We just want to sell the lot. And so I think the first thing I need to do is just make it so that the flat area is clear and that the view is open and available. Whew, that's tiring work, but man, I am just blasting through it, dude. Holy moly, it's so cool. I've like said this about excavation before, that to my untrained eye, it's really hard to see what's possible with terrain. Similar with like lots of vegetation. It's like, what would this look like without any of this crap, you know? We're getting there, man. So it's absolutely wild how out of control things can get when you're not paying attention. Like this lot was totally clear earlier this year, and after just one summer, it's turned into a freaking jungle. But the thing is that your personal data online works the same way. While you're out there living your life, hundreds of data brokers are collecting things like your name, your contact info, your past addresses, even your online activity. And they sell that information to marketers, scammers, and whoever else is buying. That's why I love the sponsor of today's episode, Incogni. Incogni automatically contacts over 230 data brokers and demands on your behalf that they remove your personal data. And if your info shows up somewhere new, they go after that as well. And with their unlimited plan, you can even request removals from specific sites. It's automated, works in the background 24/7, and it's a cleanup job that you don't have to do yourself. Take back your personal data with Incogni. Click the link in the description and use code Atticus to get 60% off an annual plan.
Now, the mistake of buying this lot has already cost us plenty. We'll probably lose money over transaction costs, and I'll lose days of work clearing this brush instead of building on our dream property. But that's how mistakes work. There's always a cost to pay. The best thing I can do now is just pay the bill, clear the mess, and keep moving forward.
Whoa, It is getting dusty, man. This is not a good job for somebody with bad allergies. I'm lucky. Well, I was basically able to clear the flat part or the build site. There's definitely a lot more clearing to do. Hopefully I can finish it tomorrow. I've got to wrap up for today. I mean, those tools worked great, man. I'm super pumped about that. I can't believe how different this looked this morning compared to right now. Good morning. It is a beautiful day to clear some unruly land. So today I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna clean up the retaining wall here. And so I'm gonna try to not fall off this little cliff here. That's gonna be the biggest goal of the day. I feel like if there's one thing I've learned from this experience, it's that the weed whacker is more powerful than I think. I can actually tackle pretty big stuff with this. That plant has like red berries. So I've got like red juice all over me. Looks like I freaking murdered someone with this weed whacker. Okay, here we go. Do not fall off the cliff. Oh boy. Wow, this is sketchy. Whew, man, it's getting hot. I'm getting a little tired. This is the lower part of the property right here. This is like the front yard where the leach field is. And most of that is just tall grass. So this is like the last bit of really dense brush on the property.
Now, in a perfect world, we could have avoided buying this lot altogether. But mistakes like this come with the territory when you're learning by doing. Jumping in the deep end guarantees that we'll get some things wrong. But I think it's the fastest way for us to really learn something. When we taught ourselves to sail the world, we made a lot of painful mistakes, but they made us stronger sailors. And our home build feels the same. If I waited until I had it all figured out, I'd never get anything done. So the only way forward for us is to accept mistakes, learn from them, and treat them as tuition. Because this isn't just about building a home, it's about building the skills we'll need for years to come. And if mistakes are the cost of that education, it's a cost I'm willing to pay.
Whoa, I am getting stuff all over me, dude. Like, look at my glasses, it's hilarious. Okay, let's keep going. At least the flats or this slope here is a lot easier going than all that dense brush that's up against the retaining wall. So I'm making it through this really quickly, but it's getting pretty late. I think that's it for me today. Almost there, man. Getting there. I cannot believe that this much crap grew here in like 6 months. That's insane. Oh man. After 2 days of this, I am freaking beat, dude. But I think I've got like half a day left. So let's get this freaking project done, shall we? That is basically it. Oh my goodness. I did not think it was gonna take me this long. It doesn't look super pretty because a lot of this crap, especially on the rocks, has to biodegrade. But I think that once we get a couple rains and it starts to decay, this is all gonna look really good. So it is very bittersweet to be listing this lot. First of all, I've got a lot of really cool memories about how excited we were to be moving to Bryson City and about our future here on this piece of land. I also absolutely love the area where this lot is. It's in Deep Creek, which is right next to an entrance to the Smoky Mountain National Park. And honestly, I think that this lot would be perfect for a tiny home. It's the perfect size, it's got a good view, so I love it. I'm sad that we're gonna be selling it. Now, if you are interested in buying some property in the Bryson City area, we'll put the listing for this lot in the description, but otherwise, that's another tough, dirty job finished.
So a big thanks to Incogni for sponsoring this episode, and a huge thanks to the people who make these videos possible, our patrons. You guys mean the world to us. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's keep going. I need windshield wipers. Oh no, it dries. Shoot, it like dried on my glasses. Look at me, dude, I'm just covered. All right, whatever, just keep going.